First thing I'd like you to do is draw a horizon line across the centre of your page and then place a vanishing point to the right hand side. I'd now like you to draw a square or rectangle to the left hand side of your page below the horizon point in a similar position to what I have. The next thing to do is place your ruler down, have it meet the vanishing point and each corner of the square. These lines are called orthogonals. They do not need to meet the vanishing point. They just need to be directed towards it to suggest the depth of your square, soon to be your cube. Next thing to do is 1, 2 and 3, a third vertical line to create a second face of your cube, and 1, 2 and a third line here. Make sure it's perfectly horizontal, draw it in, and you'll now have a cube. In total you'll have 5 cubes. I'd like to draw a second square just below the vanishing point, just like so. You'll be drawing 1 which goes over the horizon line and 2 above the horizon line, just like so. There we have it. Now this second square is drawn directly beneath that vanishing point, meaning that you can only see 2 faces. So be aware that there are situations where you can only draw 2 faces of your cube because of its position in relation to the vanishing point or the horizon point. So here, for instance, based upon the horizon line means that you can only see 2 faces. Finish with my 4th rectangle, finish with my 5th, using the same technique, bringing down the ruler to make sure that it's at the same angle. You may then take a rubber, rub out your orthogonal lines, leaving just your cube. Now, a light source. Imagine there's a light source coming from the right hand side. What this will do is if you bring your ruler back up towards your vanishing point and alongside these 2 edges here, therefore the shadow extends beyond the cube. When shading, be sure to gently place your pencil on the paper, slowly build up the tonal area. You can go over your tone to create a darker tone, just like so. Being that the light's coming from that right side, you'll probably find that this face here will be slightly in shadow too. So I'm lightly shading this. You can apply the same technique to all of your cubes. Our front cube here being given a shadow. This cube here has got a very, very thin shadow, being a bit closer to the horizon point. You can apply the same shading technique to all of your cubes. Before moving into this idea, taking a ruler, starting from the vanishing point, try and slowly move your ruler up towards the horizon point, keeping your ruler at the same distance each time. This will create a suggestion of depth, which converge, all these lines converge at the vanishing point. Add some dynamism to the overall effect of the piece. After this, take your ruler, make it horizontal, and slowly move it towards the vanishing point and the horizon line. But as you get close to the horizon line, make the distance between each line smaller. Therefore, these lines recede as they go towards the horizon point. Finally, take yourself a coloured pen if you have one, or a coloured pencil. You can now colour in the sky, taking your time to go around the edges of each cube to give you some contrast. Now, moving on to the extension task, I'd like you to start in exactly the same way as last time. Draw yourself a horizon line across the centre of the page and add yourself a vanishing point to the right hand side. You might choose to write your initials or a random word. I've chosen to write the word Mr. Take your time designing your font. I would stick with it being straight edged, makes it easy at this point. With my little R here, I'm going to put a slight angle. You can have freehand curves if you'd like, just like so. And the same idea applied as with last time. The vanishing point can be at each point of your letter. You can decide the width of each letter and shade in the shadow. Same with the M. Trying to make sure that the width of your lines are about the same. Shade that in as well. And there you have it, Mr. You can then take a rubber, rub out those lines, the orthogonals you were using to converge with the vanishing point, and hey presto. Good luck.